Hello everybody, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Mittelafrika. Let's continue on from where we last off. So, Black Mondays happened. We're trying to alleviate that situation slowly. We have 25 days. So we are now currently a recovering economy, only 80% penalty for factory output. Slightly better than what it was before. And then eventually we will get... Well, eventually next year we'll get the 1937 budget, but there's not much we can actually do after this. So as soon as it's done, we are going to go for probably the 4-year plan. I think that's what makes the most amount of sense, because I want the strategic resources. And back to the basics. Yeah, nah, we'll just go straight for the 4-year plan. I mean, you can actually do both, which is odd. These actually are not mutually exclusive. Only these two down here are. But it's odd because they can't actually both be available. So you can go down this tree, but if you change governments, you just can't go down anymore. And you have to go start going down this one. It gets back and forth. It's very strange how they've set this up. But... maybe 300 more points. 164 more power to raise autonomy level. So that is going to be 4% extra to research speed. Let us... I mean, radio, 5% reinforcement rate. Excavation doesn't seem like a great idea right now, mostly just because we don't have that many resources in Africa. And after playing through Black Ice, which is what series... I mean, this is what the series just ended, or this one started. Like, just everything being so much simpler, not needing a million barrels of oil every day. Okay, no national focus, so let's go straight to the 4-year plan, because against, you know, that's, yeah, we can't do that at all. We can at least ignore that part of the tree, you know, I guess until 1937. I'm assuming we're gonna get, like, a pop-up for it. Poland has elected a new king. Who is the king of Poland? Just a regular conservative. A Habsburg. How has this happened? Finland has joined the Reichspakt. Fantastic. Siam is declared one of the Siamese Federation, and I think that's just... yeah, basically, like, who cares? Doesn't really make a difference. Finland's actually gotten, like, quite big. And I'm guessing Russia is just letting Finland take over that territory. Why did Finland not take over, Kola up here? I'm pretty sure this is Kola. Because now it looks absolutely dreadful. Finland, you had one thing to do. You could have taken over the entire area, but you chose not to. So, my hope right now is for a Russian Republic victory. You're going to see that Transmitter has taken up a ton of territory. Apparently, they're extremely totalist. I have no idea how the hell that's happened. I guess, are they siding with the Soviets? I'm really not too sure, but, you know, they've claimed a lot of territory. Alash and Dankuben, I think they've also claimed territory. I don't think they start off this big, do they? I'm not too sure, actually. East Germany Station is declared one of the Indo-Chinese Union, so I think that's Ho Chi Minh. I believe, at least. I'm pretty sure that's Ho Chi Minh. I think it says somewhere in there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so basically he's declared war on Germany, East Asia. So, you know, German's Asian colonies are in a bit of a mess right now, but Mittelafrika is basically a model colony. Everything's going absolutely splendidly. How many troops do you have? You have 17 divisions. They have 15 to 23. So we'll see. This might be a situation where Germany just gets its ass kicked. I mean, Alash has not seemed like they've taken a territory from the Russian Republic. But the Russian Republic has basically just been consistently caving into everybody who's demanding territory from it. Which is just sad to see. After our glorious Russian campaign, that's just, it's dreadful to watch. Unisolisa has won the election in, I think that's Italy. So they've gone Radsock, that's fine, not a... I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're going to be at war with them all eventually anyways. It just depends when. Because it could happen as early as, I think 1937 is the earliest it can happen. Okay, so we got the Civil War in Arabia. not a big deal. But yeah, but I think it's 1937 is the earliest, and then 38, 39. The further on you get, the more likely it is that war occurs between the two countries. A police shooting in Lasuka. How dare they? I don't know where Lasuka actually is, but it's terrible regardless. Where the hell is Lasuka? Belgium has declared their independence from... Everything's just going for shit for Germany. It's just terrible. Apparently we actually do have some planes, though. We have 50 aircraft. Sure, game. I'll put in, like, fighters. Okay, so Belgium just authoritarian democratic. Apparently Germany has nothing to say about that. They're just like, okay. Yeah, things are not looking great for Germany right now. I don't know if there's like some sort of internal logic in the game where like one faction is going to do better than the others. Oh, Belgium's showing the Reichspakt anyway. Good. Whatever. The death of Hulda Stumpf. Stability goes down even more. We're at 45%. Not fantastic. But at least it seems to me, whenever I play Kaiserreich, like one game the Syndicalists will just do really well. And they'll win everywhere. And then other times, you know, Germany will do really well everywhere. I don't know if there's anything in the game code that says, hey, this playthrough, this faction is going to do great, and this other faction is going to suck. I'm not too sure. Or if they the events build off of each other, and that's why it seems like factions get stronger and stronger and stronger the more they go on. Because right now, it seems like everything so far that's bad that's happened has only happened to Germany. I mean, this happened to Russia, but that's... whatever. Anyway, the Kenyan Church. Suppress both. Encourage German secular schools. Favor the QQ school. German schools, obviously. Just, you know, we're... Stability, 42%. It's not looking great. Weekly change is actually going bad because of the border raids. That's not great. So maybe, you know, you can probably make the argument, hey, you shouldn't just be consistently lowering your own stability. And, you know, that probably has some merit to it. Yeah, so it's still 1936. 132 days. Is there anything that I can get right now that I think would be useful? We can probably start going for some land doctrine. So we're going to definitely have a small army. I think. 1.5% of... I mean, but we have a massive core population. Apparently half the country is core and half the country is not core. I don't know where the difference in that is. That's a pretty strong... Are we on volunteer only? We are. So we have the potential to have a rather large army. But I'm probably going to go for... It's a planning, superior firepower, or mobile warfare. Throwing shells not manned. The enemy or manpower is precious. Bullets are cheap. Prevention speed, max entrenchment. Soft attack goes up. Falcon awe. Airline battle. Infantry and mech. Artillery gets better. Tanks get better. Infantry gets better. Breakthrough goes up. Max planning goes up. You know, let's go for Grand Battle Plan. Anything that should be fine. It's going to take 170 days, not a big deal. And then we'll improve our factories even more. Because right now our factories are bad. Because we're still underneath the penalties of our budgeting issues. Because of Black Monday. Hopefully in 1937 we can start to alleviate those issues somewhat. Slowly but surely. So yeah, let's get all of these resources. I mean, it sounds good. Protecting endangered species, reforming the army. 6 naval bases, I don't think is going to help us very much. Or we can deal with Europe. What do you... I mean, getting the stability up is probably very important. So you know what, let's deal with the Europeans. 5% stability. I want to make sure, again, that Middle Africa doesn't just explode into 50 different small African states. That, to me, seems like a bad idea. Also, I don't know when War of Portugal is. I'm assuming it's at some point. I just don't know when. I like how it keeps like flickering. Like, what does this mean, game? Doesn't matter. Again, Portugal has no troops here. 17. I mean, they've almost doubled the size of their army. But again, none of the troops are actually within Africa, and I don't think they can really make their way down here fast enough. Okay, we actually have no. We're not using these support equipment at all. That's fine. Apparently, we're actually. We need more steel. We need more aluminum. Now I kind of wish I got. That doesn't actually have aluminum in it though. What does have a... You know, I might as well trade the factories away for right now. But on the other hand, this is going to take forever. Mostly because of our math. You know, because our budget issue is like, it's so bad. Making factories doesn't even matter, honestly. By the time it takes for anything to actually happen, yes, I know I won't be able to build buildings, but it literally doesn't matter right now because it'd be faster to use our focuses to build more factories. Let's get our construction speed up slightly. Jack Reed's been elected president of the United States. Well, I'm sure things are going to go swimmingly within the US and nothing bad could ever possibly happen. Local autonomy, organic kingdom, king of this country. Let me just attack you, Portugal. Like, this doesn't give me an elections in Italy. Norway's joined the Third Internationale, I'm sure. Why not? I don't think I've ever seen Norway join the Third Internationale, so that's surprising. Did they, like, change anything, or... No, they're just a, just in the Internationale now. Okay. I mean, it also gives Finland something to do whenever war eventually breaks out. It looks like the Soviets are losing. If I had to take a guess. I mean, they are significantly outnumbered. It just depends. What's Russia going to do? Because they don't have any other ports over in Japan anymore. You know, the situation there is still bad. Because I'm sure that Russia is going to take part in the Second World War. Like, I'd be surprised if they didn't. Okay, Nesh taken 3 states, so it's not too surprising that the Saudis have won the war there. A few more days till we can deal with Europe. The fall of Moscow situation is... Okay, that's fine. Another police officer's been shot. -3 stability. I need the stability, like, now. Okay, fantastic. So we can disarm Anglo security forces. I don't know why I'd want to support them. The market liberal goes up by 5%. Recruit population goes up by 1%. Or we lose 5,000 manpower, 5 army experience. Market liberalism goes down, but we get 6 stability. Remove the British from civil services. Political power, stability goes up. Basically, we are just... I mean, what do the British do for us right now? Yeah, they're just giving us liberal support. Integrate. What do you do? So you will... Gains protected economy. Political power cost -0.01. Consumer goods go up. But social liberalism goes down. We're blocking investments from Belgium. Expel the alien nationals. Basically, it just makes... I had production... Oh, that's a lot of production, though. But we're going to be getting 25% social liberalism from that. So I think we're going to disarm the British. We're going to get Belgian investments. And then... I'm not too sure. But I think we're going to do both of those. We're going to attack Felman, disarm the Anglo. But we need to disarm the Anglo forces first because we need the stability now. We're at 33%. Not wonderful. We're in a civilian economy, export focus. No companies or anything like that. It would just be nice if we just stopped getting shot at. I feel like that's Russian politics declared war on transmitter, which are you not allied to the Japanese? Yeah, you're a puppet state of the Japanese. So you're already at war with Japan. I don't know what the Russians' idea here is, because it seems like this is going to guarantee a Soviet-Japanese border. Or a Japanese east and a Soviet west. Focus on military buildup, long-term investments. I don't think we need to... Construction speed. You know what? I think we need construction speed more. Because right now, military buildup, I don't think is a major issue. The Cape to Cairo Railway or a bonus to research. None of those really I don't care about at all, honestly. A little bit of infrastructure, I guess, is not bad. But it's not going to make or break us. What's going to the United States so far? So Jack Reed is still president. Farmers have resisted our policy. We're going to send in the army. We're going to lose another 10% stability. Fantastic. Yeah. We'll see when the United States is going to break out in the Civil War. I'm pretty sure when they elect either Reed or Huey Long, Civil War is guaranteed. Civil War might actually be guaranteed anyways. I know they've changed the Civil War around a little bit in this patch, or in the most recent Kaiserreich patch. So I think the Civil War is basically all but inevitable every single time, but I might be wrong on that. There might be like some slim way you don't evolve a massive two-war Civil War. Spanish elections. Who has won in Spain? The Conservatives, I guess. They have 100% popularity, so I'm assuming it's going to be them. But again, I don't know if you can really trust any of these numbers. Because I'm pretty sure everything is broken except... I mean, ours I think is fine. As far as I can tell. The Venetian Revolt, okay. We're gonna have Venice. So Venice actually declared their own independence from Lombardy. Legion of Romania. Those are Democrats, a lot of national populists. You guys are market liberals. I've never seen Venice break free, but I'm pretty sure that's only going to mean that the, oh, Legionary, okay, they're just at war now. So 6 to 12 divisions, 12 to 17. I mean, they're looking pretty one-sided. But I mean, there's only one border here. So it's kind of hard to tell because they're going to be fighting in a very narrow passage. % war support, 5 army experience, not too bad. I mean, our stability again is at 15%. Not looking hot. We're getting another 6% from this. I think we just have to completely remove all British influence within the country. Standoff in America. 10th standoff has erupted in the United States as democratically elected President Reed fled to the city of Chicago after being forcibly removed from his position by General Douglas MacArthur. Okay. Civil War time in the United States. We are going to remove the British Civil Service. Get him out of here. I need that, is it RVA? Yeah. The Royal Veterans Association. We got General Douglas MacArthur. Yeah, these are definitely all broken. We got the CSA, we got the American Union State, and the Pacific States of America. We got, you know, a nice four-way civil war going to happen. Canada probably going to take over New England and Alaska. We'll see what actually happens, though. You know, there's another handful of possibilities that can erupt. But I do think it's going to be a good time to end this episode. Thank you for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, run a thumbs up. If not, you can always thumbs down. Or subscribe, and goodbye.